Hi there, in this video I'm going to be reviewing Terraforming Luna, a fan-made map for Terraforming Mars. I like maps in general, but I also like them for Terraforming Mars because they don't really affect the game a ton, whereas adding new cards and new concepts and new ideas I feel changes the game a lot more than just playing on a new map that basically does a lot of the same things that some of the old maps did. So this is a map that I made, Terraforming Luna. I'll show you a real version of this online in a second, but this is the physical version. I had it printed off as a giant sticker, so I can peel this off and put this on the back of the main board if I wanted to bring it around. Yeah, we're going to go through why I did certain things, why I have certain milestones, why I have certain awards. I posted this on Reddit probably about a year ago. I honestly don't remember the password to my account on there for that, but I have the map, I have the physical copy of it, so I've updated a little bit since then to kind of like rework some of the balancing, so it's a little bit different from the one I posted on there, but let's take a look at it. Alright, so here's an overall look at the map. As you can see, it looks like a basic map of Terraforming Mars. The water is located at the top and the bottom, and that's accurate as to like research I did as to like where water is on the moon. So it's usually near the poles, and that's why I put those there. I forgot to put one extra ocean spot for special tiles when I made the original map, so I put another one at the top right, and that's just representative of a comet. So you can put an ocean on there to gain titanium, and then water will play on there. That'd be cool. Maybe I should make it a temperature increase too. You can crash the comet into the moon or something like that. Anyways, the background is, I believe, a Hubble Space Telescope image, and then the moon is an image taken from NASA. I put the different steel locations and different titanium locations based on the actual steel and titanium locations on this side of the moon. So they're as accurate as I can make them, I guess, on a board like this with the different tiles there. And yeah, we'll go through the milestones and the awards and take a closer look. Okay, so here's the milestones. I've changed a few of these since I last made this map, just in terms of balance, points per cost, difficulty, that sort of thing, based on some community feedback and some playtest feedback I've had from a few people. So first off is horticulturist, so that's 5 plant production. Oceanographer, so that's 3 ocean tiles played. That one's kind of a tricky one. I guess you'd have to keep track of that one on your own as to like how many you've played. This one would be easy with certain preludes and maybe certain corporations, but 3, it's still an expensive one to do, so it's potentially, I think, balanced. I haven't playtested this exact version of this board, but I playtested my version before it with a number of people, and they've playtested it for me as well. So this is kind of the latest version, the latest iteration. Dark Side Settler, so having 3 tiles on the dark side of the board, so see that right-hand side column there. Just basically having 3 special tiles there, kind of like Polar Explorer, except as the dark side of the moon instead. Homesick, so 5 Earth tags. Again, an Earth theme with the moon I think makes a lot of sense. And then 8 Cynophilist, so getting 8 microbes or 8 animals or any combination thereof of that. And there's certain corporations I think that could do that very well. Other ones I think they'll have a very difficult time. 8's kind of a tricky number, but I think that that'll work out well for it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So these are the milestones. Yeah, let's move on to the awards. Alright, so here are the awards for Terraforming Luna. On this board we have Developer, so the most city tiles in play at the end of the game. Stargazer, the most titanium production at the end of the game. Luna Governor, the most Earth tags at the end of the game. This one's the one I think I would change most likely. I think it works really well with the milestone that counts for Earth tags as well. Homesick. So what happens is if you get this, you can might as well go for the other one. It really makes Earth tags really scarce on this one and difficult to be passed around and kind of prioritized, which I think is interesting. Creates a different kind of a metagame for this board, but at the same time, maybe it's a little too overpowered if somebody runs away with it. Financier, so the person who has the most funded milestones and the most funded awards. I think this one's just kind of game-breaking. It might be too powerful. Again, it might be too much of a win more kind of thing. But if you're doing win more, you may not even want to do this one. It depends. it's kind of interesting, I think, just because it's so different from a lot of the other awards I find that are in the game. And last one's colonizer, so the person who has the most colonies. This one could be interesting, trying to get people to build up tons of colonies, especially near the end of the game. Let me know what you think. Are any of these too overpowered? Are any of them too easy to get? Or any of them too easy to lock down? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. Okay, let's look at the main playing board now for a bit. So as I said before, this is basically based on the deposits on the moon for steel and titanium. That's why I put those where they are. And for the oceans, again, it's for the water on the moon is supposed to be near the poles. So that's why I put that there as well. For Luna Metropolis, I kind of just put that in an interesting spot on the moon that was kind of like balanced kind of like away from other parts on the board, and there's some cards you can draw beside it. What I think Luna Metropolis, again, it's a real card, but maybe it's not balanced in that it's playing that on the board. I'm not quite sure, along with its effect. I just put it on there because I thought it was cool, and also I thought that having that actual Luna Metropolis represented on the map would be an interesting idea, considering, you know, there's so many other ones with volcanoes, etc. on the actual boards. Maybe I'll have to do like a negative cost modifier, similar to the ocean, be costing $6. Maybe this one could cost something, or maybe go down another energy production based on there. But that can be some balancing issues I can do later. But yeah, let me know what you think. How could I balance that one? So this is just, again, the general overall theme of the board. If you look close enough, you can see the different names of the different craters and the different lakes. Lakes are basically kind of interesting on the surface of the moon. They're not actually lakes, but we're not going to get too much into that. But the names are on there, kind of similar to the other boards, which I think was kind of neat. And yeah, if you have any things that you think I should add, or maybe things you should think I should take away or adapt or change, let me know. I'd love to hear your opinion. Okay, so that was Terraforming Luna, my fan-made map for Terraforming Mars. Let me know if you think I should change anything, add anything, take away anything. How do the milestones work, you think? How do the awards work, you think? How does the board placement work? What should I do maybe if I wanted to do the dark side of the moon as a map? What could I put on there? What could be different? What could be interesting? How do you think I could balance that? How do you think I could balance this board? Again, this is just a fun little project. Yeah, it's a kind of a cool idea, I think. But there's lots of cool fan-made maps out there. Maybe I'll take a look at more of them someday. Okay, so that was Terraforming Luna. Again, leave a comment below if you think there's anything I should change, add if you think there's something I should subtract, if you think there's something that could be modified. What could I do on the dark side of the moon if I maybe wanted to try that board? Yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think this is a cool board? Do you think it'll work well? Yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.